Hey, my name's Jenny D. That's just my first name and my middle name, because there's lots of other people out there called Jenny Mills, so I wanted to make sure you knew who I was. And today I'm making a video. Don't really know what I'm doing here, but I'm trying my best. I'm making a mixed media journal page, especially dedicated to Alia, who has encouraged me to make this video. Okay, so I'm using whatever I've got available. This is a mixed media journal, and I've got some different paints, all different brands, just whatever I had around the house. So Reno Art, so sort of it says it's teal, white, purple, not much left in there, cobalt blue, and chroma acryl. All different brands. Let's see what kind of result we get. So the intention of this page is to make a page that you can then write something on, but to make it kind of pretty, I guess. So we're going to start with just putting a background on this page, and I'm going to do that by just slapping on some paint. Let's have a go. So this is my super high-tech paint palette. It's an old ice cream lid. Just squeeze out some paint and see what we can get from this purple. Oh yeah, there's a bit in there. Some of the teal. I suppose I should tell you what I'm doing too. I'm doing a dolphiny sea kind of theme, because that's Alia's favourite things. Bit of this lovely, ooh, mixed my paints already, look at that. Some cobalt blue. Might just have some more of that teal over here on its own. A little bit of cool blue here. And a lot of white. Alright. So one thing that I don't stinge on is my water, because if you just use tap water, I don't know what it's like in your country, but in Australia we have chlorine in our water to keep it from growing nasties. So I always use a spring water. And that way I can ensure that my artwork will keep and it won't bleach out, because that's what chlorine does. I'm using this really high-tech water bucket, which is an old yogurt container. Pop some water in there. And this super expensive brush. Yeah, I got that from, it's a Montmartre, but I got it from like a $2 shop, I think, like a cheapie shop. But I'm using a nice big brush with some pretty nice big bristles on there. So I'm just going to start by mixing some water in with, let's start with this blue colour, just to thin it down a bit, because the first layer I want a little bit kind of translucent, I guess you could say, because I'm going to build it up with layers, and then I'm going to leave a space in the middle to write. So let's get started. Let's just plonk some colour on there. Really super loose and just have fun with it. Mix some of the colours together. Maybe a bit more white on top of that just to lighten it down, because I really want it light in the middle so I can write in that part. Maybe a bit more white there. This white paint just seems to be quite thin. Just slap some more paint on my page, here, there, everywhere, whatever. You can see some of the purples come through from the page on the other side. Not at all worried about that. Not worried about going onto the other page, because this is an art journal. So it's impossible to make a mistake. You're supposed to have just fun and create with it and just enjoy it. So one thing I really want to encourage you to do is just to have a go, because I know so many people are so scared of just making a mess that they don't even start. So I really want to encourage you just to, doesn't matter what it looks like. You don't have to show anybody if you don't want to. I'm loving the way these colours are turning out. Beautiful sea colours. I've got a bit of purple up here. And it's going onto my pages from previous pages, don't care. purple around there. Let's have a little bit more of this dark blue over here. I've painted onto the table. That's okay. It heats are water soluble, so I'll just wash that off. This is a one of those collapsible tables, and it's easy to clean. Okay, so there's my background. You see that I've made it a little bit darker around the outsides and as light as I can in the middle where I'm going to write. Really like that teal green. Let's pop a little bit more in here. Okay, now this next step is a little bit frustrating, but don't skimp on it. Now you have to wait for that to dry. But I've still got some paint left, as you can see. So what I'm going to do is plonk that on the other page. I don't even know what I'm going to do with that other page yet, but it doesn't matter. I'll think of something later. So I try not to waste paint. Just use it up. Okay, I'm not a genius or anything. I just get in there and have a go. Might water that bit down in the middle bit so it's a little bit lighter to write on. Again, I have no idea what I'm going to write on these pages yet. I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. Something sea-themed, maybe. I don't know. Doesn't have to be sea-themed, even though I'm doing a dolphin. What else do dolphins stand for? They're intelligent. They've saved people. Yeah, I don't know. I'll think of something. Doesn't even have to be related to the page. It's my journal. I can do whatever I want with it. You're doing your journal, you can do whatever you want with it. Certainly no rules. Okay, a little bit more of this down here. So this page has turned out a bit darker than the other one. That's all good. I can lighten it up with gesso later on if I want to. So there we go. Not much paint left. And two lovely backgrounds. Look at that. So I'm going to stop the video here and leave these to dry.